Jack Lee, we're at Summit Township. We got you on speakerphone.
Thank you. I apologize, folks. I got delayed.
Thank you. I just turned you up. Give me a test.
What's that?
That's what I wanted. Testing 1, 2, 3. I just turned your volume up.
There you go.
You guys
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Got it?
Good. We're going to pledge the flag, so drop your hat, Tim. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, thank you. We'll call this meeting to order. 4:30 p.m. Approval of the minutes from August 5th, 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The approval of July 2024 Treasurer's Report.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any public comment on agenda items before we move on? Okay, no correspondence, no old business, new business. Motion to approve or deny advertising Glory Drive property index number 40-016-072.0-043.19 for sale to the highest bidder, minimum of $53,000.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to set 2025 rental rates for Picnicana.
I'll make a motion that they remain the same as 24.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to set trick-or-treat hours for October 31st, 2024, 6 to 8 p.m.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to approve, deny expenses for attendance to Ikeda Annual Picnic, elected officials and staff.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Yes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Land development to approve or deny stormwater bond release for the Erie County Tech School, index number 40-017-078.0-009.00 in the amount of $50,000, $50,325.
So on August 12th, we performed an on-site inspection. I have the original plan and the aerial view of what it looked like on August 12th up on the screen. So we did a site walkthrough to make sure that all the facilities have been installed. For our site walkthrough, the outlet structure, the piping, all the stone, seeding, as well as the planting was installed and growing. And we had a minimum of 70% vegetative cover. So with that, I would recommend full release of the bond in the amount of $50,325.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Matt, I just had one question. Looks like there's some, is that stone that's up at the right side there?
Yeah, they installed kind of a little crossing in the swale for like lawn equipment. So those little riprap around some drainage pipes. It was not on the original plan, but it doesn't hinder the plan at all.
Gotcha. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do you have anything, solicitor? Tim?
Nothing actual. Thank you, Green.
Thank you. Engineer Tonis?
I have no report for tonight.
Mark?
We did a little bit of paving, been working on Zwilling Road, put in a few coffer dams, a little bit under drain. Guys are still working on the trucks. And that's about it, just getting ready for fall.
Thank you. Tony?
Mark didn't mention, I guess I'll mention, we did put some pavement on Shady Avenue. I've been falling apart quite some time, so that's a nice improvement. He milled it down and put some asphalt down on that. Do you want to add anything to the Shady Avenue? Okay. Let's see. Parks are status quo. Everybody's going along great, doing some painting, some cleanups, and end of the season kind of stuff. The drainage is all done up in Community Park where the guys did a nice drain job around the ball fields and stuff. That should help quite a bit. Got some of the trees cut away from the back of the field behind the fence. The trees were pretty close, so fell down and were near the fence. That's really the gist of it for now. Thank you.
Thanks. Administrative work and the office work's going well here. That's all I have. Public input. Jim?
One question for Mark and maybe one for Lisa. I'm not sure if she can answer, or maybe Matt, but the paving there on Old French Road going north, it looks like there's some large gaps in between the stone, and then you notice it on the motorcycle because you look down when you come to intersections, and then like up on 19 with the new paving, theirs is really tight. What happened to ours, or what's going on?
It's a 19 millimeter pavement. It's a heavier stone. What we're trying to do, we did it over on Hammett Road as well. We milled down 2 inches, and instead of putting 19.5 fines, it looks pretty, but there's no structural integrity to it. And usually within a couple of years, you start getting all the reflective cracking, horizontal cracking, cracks going down the middle. With the 19 millimeter, it's a coarser stone. There's a lot more structural integrity to it. Usually within a year or two, we'll tar and chip over it. That'll seal all that up. And then we're hoping to get longevity out of these roads instead of, 3 years and they start falling apart. So it's a heavier stone.
Isn't the water going to get in it until you seal coat it with something though, and then it'll start popping it? I mean, I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
And that's why we plan on seal coating it. But, for the most part, it's trying to add some structure to our roads instead of just putting, 1 inch of show material on it. You get 3-4 years out of it, like I say, and then it just starts cracking. So it's trying to add some structural base to our roads instead of just, inch and a half of top that only lasts a few years. So something new that we're doing.
And just to add to Mark's point, the reason we wait the year or so before the seal coat is the asphalt content, when you put it down, is pretty high, and if you seal coat it right away, what happens is the tar and chip seal coat, the tar and chip oil doesn't seep down into the pavement like it does on older pavements, so you end up with a lot of bleed through, and then the tar and chip doesn't adhere as well. So typically, it's kind of there's a chance that water could get in there, it could cause some deterioration, but typically there's enough oil in there that beads the water off for the first year or so before that tar and chip gets put down, and then the tar and chip sticks better.
Okay.
So it's kind of the reasoning behind it.
You just notice it, like I said, on the motorcycle, it's like,
Yep.
boy, this seems really coarse, I guess I would use, versus the stuff on P Street. But
What
like I
size rock is
understand
that?
It's a 19 millimeter mix, so
Right,
the
the
19
stones are
millimeter,
bigger.
yeah, where the other ones,
Right, or smaller.
yeah. So the biggest thing is you don't end up with the rutting that you have with the smoother pavements, because if you go down Peach Street in a few years, it'll be rutted like that.
Okay. And then the other question, excuse me, was about the recycling that they do up at the waste management recycling place across the street.
Yes.
Now, we're mandated to recycle aluminum cans, steel cans, plastic 1 and 2, papers, cardboard. All they take is plastic and aluminum cans according to this, but I did see steel cans in there. But they don't take any cardboard, don't take any paper. Shouldn't they be mandated to receive the same stuff that our township is mandated to recycle?
No. No, they're a business. We are required to provide curbside pickup.
Right.
Whether you use it or not, I mean,
Right.
and if you choose to use them, then you have to leave what they take, but they are required to pick up curbside everything that you listed.
I see. So we're not treating them like we would treat a resident. They're a business just taking in what
Yeah, they-
recycling they want to take
Yeah,
in.
because they don't collect just from Summit Township. I mean, Green Township doesn't have a recycling program, and they border it, so they probably have quite a few residents that drop stuff off there. Waterford Township doesn't have a recycling program, so they probably have people dropping stuff off on their way to work, so.
I was just wondering if whenever that was mandated, I don't know if that was mandated, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, if it was ever mandated.
Right.
Because they used to take cardboard, but they also, you see a lot of stuff that, swimming pools, plastic swimming pools, so I know
Yeah.
what they're trying to stop.
Well, they used to take glass too.
Yes,
They
right,
used to
well,
take-
everybody took glass. but
Yeah,
now
they used to
nobody's
take
taking-
plastics up to number 7, now they only take 1 and 2.
Right,
So the market changes and they are operating as a business
Okay.
up there, so no, we can't
okay,
tell them how to operate.
all right.
But I also did see where Harbor Creek is accepting glass and they're recycling out there. I always thought the glass was taboo for cardboard and recycling.
So I don't know how they're accepting it, if they're accepting it commingled,
Yeah.
or if it has to
That's
be.
true.
Yeah, or if it has to be set aside, because it's the glass in the commingled recycling that was bad, because it would get embedded in the plastic and in the cardboard and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe we're accepting glass also, but we're not accepting it curbside, we're accepting it at our drop-off. Maybe Harbor Creek does that too?
Well, they were doing away with their glass recycling at the township building and they were, offering it to the residents, so,
Huh.
yeah.
I'll ask my sister tomorrow, she still lives in Mill Creek and Waste Management picks it up. I know 2 years ago, they were still accepting glass in Mill Creek. But I haven't talked to her, about that.
About
I'll see her tomorrow, I'll ask her if Mill Creek is still recycling glass in their commingled thing, and just see because Waste Management has a contract again. It used to be that company out of Warren, which they absorbed.
I think that, and this is an educated guess, so for facts, you would need to contact Waste Management, but I think that if they are accepting glass in the commingled, you're probably paying more, because that recycling then is trash, not recycling. When we had contamination in our dumpsters at the municipal building, they would charge us a contamination fee. So, because that stuff couldn't be put in with the recycling, it had to go to the landfill because it was contaminated. And since they charged us more, I would think that they would be charging, more for the pickup of it too. But again, it's an educated guess.
Yeah, I don't know, like I said, Waste Management, I can't think of the name of the company. that was
Advantage?
out of Warren. Advantage, it was something, and then they
They bought them out.
bought it, right, so
Yep.
it may have been part of that contract and may no longer be there, I'll ask her.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's not allowed anymore, because when Advantage had it, it was
Advantage, yeah.
definitely glass.
That's true.
So I'll ask my sister and see, it's just strange to see what's going on in different townships.
Oh, yeah.
With the same garbage company.
Yeah.
I won't say nothing bad about it, Jim, you know how I feel.
I know, I think you're exactly right, Jack.
Yeah.
If there's no market for it, why are we mandating to do it? It's
Exactly, it's
stupid.
costing everybody a lot of money,
Yeah,
and it's going into the trash.
and it might has anybody ever followed a waste management truck from any township to see where it goes? No, nobody's.
35 years.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? Well, the next township meeting's at 6 PM on Tuesday, September 3rd, because it's the day after Labor Day. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for coming.